Welcome to Nanny's Country Treasures. Glad you stopped by. This is another episode in my I Love Fall Most of All. We are going to be making simple fabric pumpkins. Let's go. So my sister knows that I have buffalo check, so she bought me these, and they're cute. And then she's a crafty person too, and she made me this pot holder. Of course, I'm not going to use it, but this little darling thing. It is a dish towel dress, and how stinking cute is that? So I want pumpkins, mini pumpkins, to go on my tiered tray, and I thought, well, since I am making them, I have made these for years and sold them in my business, but I'll show you how to make them real quick. They're easy. They're not the toilet paper pumpkins. Those, to me, I'm to each his own, but I think those are tacky. No offense to anyone. I don't know. It's just me. It's how I am. I can't help how I am. I'm just going to even my fabric up, and I'll have measurements, and I will put them in my blog. I won't put them in my description because it's too much to put in the description, but I'll leave a link to where you can find the measurements at. Okay, so I'll do a medium pumpkin with this one just to show you how to do it, and that measurement is I'm going to do the 8 by 18. Now I got to go to the other end. So you just go down here, and the 8 is the height. So you want to measure 8 in height, which would be right here. And I'm going to use scissors because you're in my way. Anyways, I'm not a straight cutter, y'all. I'm just going to try. My eyeball is down here, so I can just follow it with my scissors. Like I said, I'm not good at this, but I guess it's a pumpkin. It ain't got to be perfect, right? Wrong. Anyway, then when you get the 8 cut, you want to leave it folded, and you want to cut 18. So line it up. I'll put a link to one of these mats. They are awesome. They're awesome to have. And you're just going to cut it at 18. I have a link to one of these, and of course my favorite scissors. It'll be linked. That's a big pumpkin. Oh. I was supposed to cut it 8 by 8. I read it wrong. I mean 8 by 9. So I'll just cut it in half. My bad. That was my fault. I have a lot on my mind. I'm so sorry. So this is the piece. This is the piece you need. Y'all overlook me. I'll be alright. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to fold your fabric in half. You can use glue, hot glue, but I am not, because it's going to make this hard. So when you go to bend it, it's going to be rippling. So I'm going to go to the machine, and I'm just going to sew this down, just a little piece, and I'll be right back. So I took it to the machine, and I stitched it here. And before I flip it inside out, I use dental floss to do this. You can use string, yarn, whatever your heart chooses to use. I just prefer dental floss because that's what I like to stitch with. You can hand sew this too. All you gotta do is put a running stitch through there. But what you're gonna do is make sure you have a knot in the end, and you're gonna do a running stitch along the bottom. Make sure you don't get too close to the edge, but you don't want too far in either. So I'm just going to make my running stitch around this. to close it off. These don't have to be the same width or anything. You're just doing a slip stitch. Come back out where you were, and then you're going to want to pull this tight. And this is why I like dental floss. Normally it doesn't break unless you have like run it through several times and it's real thin. And just knot the end. These are very easy pumpkins, but to me these wrinkle a little bit. I have a sewing one as well. Okay, so now we have this thing. So you're going to flip it inside out. I like to do mine first before I try to put stuffing in it because it's easier to turn it. And you're just going to take your thread after you knotted it, and you're just going to go around the edge again. I like to catch this first. It's thicker so my thread don't, you know, pull through or whatever. And you're just going to go all the way around the top. Now you're going to have this, and we're going to put stuffing in there. Got my pillow, pulled some stuffing out. We're going to throw it in the floor. We're going to stuff this baby. And I apologize, I did not realize my music was that loud as it was a while ago. I had it on while I was getting this stuff ready, and I forgot to turn it down. So I am so sorry. Well, I guess I'm sorry. Some of you say you like it. Some of you don't. I guess if you don't, you can just turn me down and watch me. Whatever, I don't care. I stuff mine pretty firm because then it's not so, you know, puckery. You don't want a puckered pumpkin. And I'm just taking my hand and distributing it down in there. Now when I got it how I think I want it, I'm going to pull. You want a strong string because when you pull, you want it to, you know, you want to make sure you're not going to break down in there. And I'll put the different sizes in for this guy. I mean, you can make big ones, you know, and little ones. They're really cute. You can use whatever fabrics you want. It's up to you. These are totally customizable to fit what you like. And I'm just going to pinch, because if you pinch where you're at, it won't come apart while you're trying to put your stitch in. I hope I'm making sense. I really do. Sometimes I just talk to be talking, I feel like, and I make absolutely no sense. And sometimes when I talk, I do make no sense because you don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm going to snip this off. I can't stand using them to snip because I feel like I'm cutting everything off. Okay, I'm just going to leave that in there. But anyway, all right, that's this one. I will show you what we're going to do with them later. But I'm going to show you how to make a mini pumpkin, which is what I'm going to make, and how easy they are. You're going to want, or I want, I don't know what you're going to want. This is my buffalo check. I want it small because I'm going to make small, not that small, but, you know, small pumpkins. But anyways, since I want a few of them, I am going to use this. You know what? I'm going to make a pattern. I'll make a pattern, and then I will make it on my computer, and I'll put that on my blog or in the files on my group or whatever. I have a Facebook group you can join, but I'll go make a pattern and I'll be right back. Okay, I cut out my circle, so I'll have that ready for you. I'm gonna cut, you know, I'm not gonna cut that way because that wastes my fabric. I don't like to waste nothing. That'll fit right there just fine. I'm going to go in because I feel my selvage. That's what the edge of the fabric is called. Your selvage or salvage. And I'm just going to pin my little pattern down. And this circle is a 5 by 5 circle. I'm going to cut away my excess because this makes it easier for little old me. And I'm just going to cut around this circle. Don't have to be all perfect and stuff. See, I just cut my paper. Lord have mercy. I'm getting all scissor happy over here. Y'all don't want to cut paper with your sewing scissors. If you're going to cut patterns, oh, for the love of Pete, get another pair of scissors. Don't use your fabric scissors. Whew, that just tears up my nervous system right there. Okay, y'all don't have to have a sewing machine with this one, guys. You just take your circle. You only need one. Only need one. I have to rethread my doohanky. Hold on. Okay. I got my doohanky. My needle threaded. It's a big, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a big eye on it. You can use doll making needles. They're really, really long. But I got a long piece because I'm going to go ahead and keep this in there and form my pumpkin while I have it threaded. And what you're going to do is you're just going to make a running stitch all the way around your circle. That's all you're going to do. When you get all the way back to the end, you don't got to pull it tight. Leave it open a little bit. Kind of disperse this around. Okay, leave your little hole open. We're not going to flip this inside out or anything. You're just going to stuff your little pumpkin pouch here. And I like mine firm. That's just me. That's not firm enough for me. Okay. I want mine a little firmer. So I'm going to poke it in. Poke and pull, poke and pull, poke and pull. Okay. These are because I have not been able to go anywhere in a minute. And they have these mini pumpkins at the Dollar Tree if you can find them. But if you can't, honey, you can make your own. It's easy peasy. All you need is fabric from a fabric store. Or you can use a shirt. You can use whatever you have for fabric. It'll work. Okay. Left my string in, right? So because I left my string in, I'm going to make my pumpkin cracks or pumpkin lines. Go through whatever you think's the middle and come out that top right there. Give it a little tuggy. Roll it around. Do it again. Now, if you already thought that was the middle, go up where you thought you had the middle. And that would be fine. Oh, that thing's a slip right out your hand. Sorry. I can't see. There's your little pumpkin butt. Okay. Pull it as tight as you want it. Oh my gosh, these are so stinking cute. And then you're going to catch your fabric without puncturing your finger there. Run it through, pull tight. And like I said, you can use dental floss, white or black, it really doesn't matter. You can use thick embroidery thread. I can't get anything but dental floss to not break on me, so that's why I use dental floss. Okay, this is kind of flat. Alright, now you can have a flat Gordy pumpkin, or if you take your fingers and just start smushing, it'll bring that together and it will make it a little, you know, a little taller. You can pull them to even them out if you want to. But anyway, there's your little pumpkin. They're so stinking cute. I can't wait to get these on my tray. So I have all these to make. But anyways, let's go and I'll show you how to put the other stuff on this. Okay. So we have to make this pumpkin look like this pumpkin. I mean, not that small, you know what I mean, with the little doohickeys around there. Okay, these are my country bumpkin pumpkins. These are what I've been selling for 100 years. So you're gonna need a lot of twine, and I like the Dollar Tree twine because it's thinner. Anyway, I'm gonna put this in here, and I'm gonna leave some, but I just want one strand. It doesn't matter which is your top and which is your bottom, to be honest. I like to pick the one that's tighter to be my bottom because the stem has to go in there. So I poke up through the bottom. This, I forgot what I was saying. This is a doll needle. Me and that radio. This is a doll needle. It's big. You can get them at any craft store. You can find them at Walmart. Now I forgot which part. Okay, I'm going in here. And the reason you want these is because they're strong and long. And they'll incorporate this thread. You can use whatever thread you want. I just like the look of the twine myself. So, and I don't know that I'll need this much twine. I just always get more than I need because, you know, I'm going to be running it around this pumpkin, and I'd rather have too much than come up short. I'm only 5 foot now, and I'm shrinking, so I always come up short. That's funny. Anyway, you're just going to put this, or I'm just going to take this all the way around and make my pumpkin creases, and I'm just going to pull a little bit, and I'm going to go around. And each time you're going in the same place, try to come through the middle. And sometimes it does get harder, especially if you grab this other twine. Try to keep them evenly spaced. And you're just going to go around. You can put however many you want. Sometimes I do 4, sometimes I do 6. But I try to space them as even as I can so they don't have a funky pumpkin. Sorry, if y'all hear me, I can't help. Sometimes I sing without even thinking. I apologize. It just comes out. I try not to. You see how it's looking now? I want to pull it a little bit tighter. I want it to, you know, ain't no sense in putting it in there if you're just gonna have it just sitting on the pumpkin. You want to pull it so that you form your pumpkin. And I think I want one more right there. That looks pretty even. They don't come out, you know, perfectly even most times. But they're cute. Like I said, I have sold these for years. I have made team pumpkins, you know, ball teams, Titans, because I live in Tennessee. So it's Titans, UT. I've done some for Kentucky. I have done Florida Gators, you know, you name it. Saints. I've done it. I've done it, honey. This is hard. Okay, go through your fabric and make your knot. Make sure this is untwisted. Bring it down. I like to hold it in my fingers and pull it down. Run my needle through there. Okay, I'm gonna put my needle down. And just pull. Then I take my needle and I run my string all the way through the bottom, because I'd rather have it coming out the bottom than the top. And then I trim it. There is my pumpkin, okay? Now, miter shears. I got my glue gun going here, my big guy. Okay, normally, let me see this guy. I won't put these, not these this big on this one, but I like to hang these off of here. Okay, you can make these one of two ways. You can take this twine right here, clothespin it, wrap it tightly around a wooden dowel rod. I wrap the whole length, I spritz it with water, and then I bake these in the oven. I think I bake them at, it's either 225 or 300 for 30 minutes. And then when they cool off, I put them on a baking sheet, and then when they cool off, you can just untwirl them from your thing. There's a gnat in here, it's driving me bonkers. But anyway, it makes these little curlicues, and they stay that way for a long time, and you can just cut however much you want off of your little curlicues. I think I got these at the Dollar Tree, actually. If not, you can find them at Hobby Lobby. Sometimes Walmart has them, whatever. These are the closest to pumpkin leaves. Okay, these are the pumpkin leaves. These came from the pumpkin filler from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use these just because I have them, but normally I use maple leaves because that's what's, like I said, the closest. I don't want that long. I want to glue one on one side. Okay, you just want to glue one down. Then I'm going to glue my other one down. Opposite side. And then I want my little curlicue coming out right there. I'm going to put a dot of glue and put this little guy in there. Now, a stem. You can use dowel rods. You can use sticks. Sometimes they have these, if you can find them, at the Dollar Tree. That's my yard. But sometimes they have these at the Dollar Tree if you can find them. But I've used pretty much all of my little ones, and that is too high. I have to have a saw to cut these because they're real tough. Well, if they're kind of little and brittle, you can cut these easy with miter shears. Up to about this big. Any bigger, and I have to have a saw. These go everywhere, honey, I'll tell you. That's normally what I put on these rustic pumpkins. Not that small. Usually about this size. And I'll put those in there. I did make some with polymer clay. These were my first ones I ever did. I'm not sure about them, but that's what they would look like in there. And I really like these this year as opposed to the wood. I don't know. That's just me. I really like those. So I'm going to use these. Lord willing, I'll do a video and show you how to make these. So I'm just going to put glue all over this. And then I am going to just push and hold because it has to have time to set. I actually made a couple little ones, and I'm going to use a little one for this one. And that's going to be so cute, y'all. So this one's done. And like I said, You can make these in different sizes, and I'll put the measurements on a link where you can get to them to see them. And then I'm just gonna hot glue my stem on this little guy, my tiered tray guy. And I'm just using regular hot glue from Walmart. You can use Gorilla Glue. I like Gorilla Glue a lot, but I just didn't have it in this gun. And I really like that gun as far as a big gun. I could have used a little one on this one, but anyway. Anyways, there they are. They're so cute. Hope you liked them. There's a final look at them all finished. I love the little ones and can't wait to get them on my tray. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Remember, you are a blessing.